Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is another Saturday special. I'm doing this on a Saturday, of course. This is the Rhino Migration. I did the exact same one, the same event last Saturday on a different course. This is Makuri 40 actually. Starts out on a pretty sharp incline right out of the pens. And again, there's only two classes on this. There's the B and the C. The B is 2 laps, the longer race. C is 1 lap, the shorter race. Other than that, it's open entry, and I mean, a lot of people treat it like a workout, a zone 2 ride. A lot of people, like myself, treat it like a full-blown race, and that's what I do with a weak start right out of the pen. Actually, I did a lot of course recon on it. I've done this course before, just a couple months ago. The tour of Makuri, I believe it was in November, October, a little before Christmas. But anyways, I knew it was going to start out on a climb, and I sadly kind of missed the bus. Actually, that's why I'm in 9th, 10th place out of 31 here. Not thrilled, not my best start because I have before and I have the ability to now kind of crush this climb, even though it's right out of the gate. So a little disappointed in my opening start, and now I kind of got to watch it because it's been a full 3.5 minutes plus of sustained power actually. So usually a Zwift race starts out 30 seconds to a minute, solid effort, but then you kind of reconvene a little bit. So take a look at this course profile here. This is one of my preferred profiles because this one is more accurate for the course. So starts up on a climb. A lot of it is flat, looking at the Velo viewer, and then there's a couple other climbs, and of course finishes with the climb going uphill. I'm gonna use climb lightly, but in comparison to the flats, it's more of a climb. Nothing super spicy, nothing super punchy, but a little bit more drawn out actually. So at the top of the first climb, I find my group and we're just pedaling along. We're doing great actually. I'm looking at the standings and there's a couple guys spaced out, 15 seconds ahead, 25 seconds ahead. And one by one, we kind of just start picking them off. And I'm happy as can be with that because I'm in a group doing good effort. We're making good time. There's still a handful of the few Cat C riders doing the 1 lap route in front of us, but nonetheless, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit and look. We're catching up to another guy here. Swallow him up, add him into our group. Again, I'm happy with this because I'm not doing loads of work. My heart rate's 163. I don't have a cadence. It just didn't sync up today for some reason. Just decided not to. But yeah, I mean, if you remember last week's when I did the triple loops in London, oh man, boy oh boy, did I blow up like you would not believe. So spoiler alert, I don't actually blow up in this race. My wife kind of asked me in her gracious, loving tone to stop, destroying myself on Saturdays because I wake up fairly early to do these, and I just got nothing. I got no energy for the rest of the day. The last couple of weeks when I've done a huge ride, so I did tone it back a little bit, a lot of bit for today's ride. I'm only doing the 1 lap, and again, it's going just swimmingly for me. And I will say it was a lot more fun this way. Because I'm with the group, I'm not blowing my brains out trying to catch anybody. Look, I'm even getting a little super tuck action in there. It's for all you who love the super tuck. That was for you, Zwifty. But nonetheless, doing really good in this. Like I'm breathing fine, I'm pedaling fine, feeling really good. I mean, it's kind of like a zone 2 ride. That's fine. We're at the halfway point about right here, and I'm in good standing. So again, I'm doing really well for myself. I'm happy with this. Not only that, like I'm actually having fun here. Like I'm not blowing up. I'm not draped over the handlebars or anything like that. I'm not breathing out my eyeballs or anything outrageous like I very much have in the past. Honestly, I gotta say I do like this route a lot. A little bit of everything. You get the jungle, you get the seaside, you get the city. You're in Nyokyo and everything. It's kind of nice. So, in my opinion, that kind of keeps things moving a little bit. And I mean, I say that, and even in the first half, I kind of felt like just the miles were not ticking down. And then I look up, it's like, okay, we've been a good 5 miles, and at this point, I felt like it was moving pretty quick, to be completely honest. So pretty flat. I mean, this is that ultra compact, high grade sand that just very little rolling resistance. And I mean, we're cruising, man. I'm feeling good about this whole thing, actually. Um, Not quite sure how many guys in this little group are actually doing the C category. So I go up in front of everybody and I'm like, okay, I'm in fifth place for my race, the C race, the only doing the one lap. This might come down to a field sprint. I would love to ideally have this group really step on it, maybe catch another guy or two. But I mean, they're a good minute up the road. Like it's probably not going to happen, but it might. I mean, still a fair amount of race left. You know, just under 10 miles. We got this climb here, nothing crazy. I mean, nothing more than 5, maybe 6%. A little bit drawn out, actually, and I think that's where it gets a little bit tough. But honestly, I felt really good here. I felt like I was back in Category C, and kind of driving the bus, leading it up the hill a little bit, and I like that. I like that. I miss that, I should say. Those were like the glory days, my Zwift glory days. Just 1 month ago. Jeez, we forget so soon. But yeah, other than that, I am feeling really good. I am having a lot of fun. I mean, the heart rate's fairly high right now, pushing 180 right here. I will say I am starting to get tired. I mean, we're at a little over 7 miles remaining. This is where it's starting to hit me. Like I'm kind of ready to get off the bike, but I also know we got, less than 15 minutes, give or take, and we'll be done. So I got to stay with this group, despite whether they're B or C, whether they have another lap or not. I don't know. So I'm trying to think of what this is going to come down to. Some sort of final sprint. We got that uphill kicker, though, so it's going to be on that. I know that full well. I know some of these guys are doing the 1 lap. I know some of these guys are doing 2 laps. So might look very anticlimactic. I don't know what it's going to look like, actually, at that final hill. So I'm just doing everything I can, staying with everybody, and just having fun at the same time. So we're in, what is this, Mech Isle right here? Just, I mean, pretty chill riding, actually. Look at that, heart rate 155. That's fantastic. Really excited about that. And again, I never blew up this whole race. I've blown up just about every weekend I've done any, like, gigantic race, and kind of just sucks. And I do a large portion of each race just by myself. I wasn't really by myself at all this race. I was in the first like 5 minutes for about 30 seconds just because I made it over the hill, but I was kind of in no man's land for a hot second. But other than that, man, it makes all the difference, even mentally, just being with other people and just like staying with them, but also knowing like I can actually do it. Because every time I race with the actual Cat B group, I'm just blowing up just to stay, on the back with them. So not that fun. This just like restored my joy and my love for Zwift. So shout out to the Rhino Migration for this sweet event. I did like it a lot. But I know things are going to get a little squirrely here as we're heading towards the Slot Canyon thing. Sub 5 miles, looking at 4 miles remaining. And I know people always get a little squirrely in this like final portion, especially this is the last real climb before the kicker at the end, leading up to the finish line. So if I can stay with these guys here, like, golden. And I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm also feeling pretty tired though. It's like if I can push and just stay with them for this, I think we'll be golden. So I put in one more effort. Signal to the wife right there or something. But I'm with everybody. It was falling off the back just a bit. It's like, no, I got to stay with them. Go on to the gravel portion. And everyone is staying together surprisingly well, actually. Especially, I mean, maybe right here they get a little bit strung out, but nothing crazy. We're all right here. We all kind of regroup. Everyone's really fighting to stay together. So, which made me all the more nervous because it's like, okay, what is this actually going to look like on this final kicker going up to the finish line? So just keep the power down, even on these uphill, jaunts a little bit where it does rise up to 4% gradient, levels back out, and then we're cruising. So we got the group all together here. I don't think there was any flyers. No one was that antsy about anything. Not in my category anyways, but we're very much, or I am, I'm going to speak only for myself here, very much looking forward to the end. And alas, it is just not coming. The heart rate's slowly going up and up and up and up, and 175 sitting about. And we're bringing it down the home stretch here. Final 2 miles. We're on the gravel portion here. It's gonna turn into tarmac, and that's really gonna be it. Now this might be the high tech sand or whatever, but so look at this. It starts getting strung out a little bit. It's like, okay, keep it consistent, keep things smooth, just rejoin. There's a couple guys behind me. We all come right back up. Just over 1 mile remaining here, and this is the last of the only really downhill portion right here, and then it kind of goes back up. And then I want to point out something as it comes up here. As it gets closer, I'm a little bit off the back. Don't like this. Less than a mile remaining, about 3/4. Here we go. I'm getting kind of nervous, kind of antsy, but I'm doing pretty good. Heart rate is great, actually. I'm ready to kick into high gear. I'm ready for a sprint to come. Half a mile remaining. I see this guy kind of go a little bit, so I step on it. I get to the front of the group, 5%. This is the false banner. It gets me every time. Not this time. I kept it going. I kept the power on. Get, hooray, experience points. This is the deciding move right here. It was 0%. It was totally flat for a little bit. He steps on it. I react. I sprint after him a little bit too late. He beats me up the hill pretty good. Oh, it was that flat section. He really stepped it up, and I just reacted. Oh, bummer. So roll in, 6th place overall. Take it to Zwift Power. 3rd place, man. Bronze trophy for your boy. That was exciting. That was a super fun race, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.